If you're looking for MUT coins to upgrade your MUT game, go to GameRusher.com for cheap and safe MUT coins. You can use my discount code HUB at the website. Use the first link in the description down below and get that upgrade to your game. What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at it again with another Giants video, update video, or just thoughts on the Giants type of video. First things first, yo, we gotta give a big shout out. Happy birthday to Victor Cruz, yo. Also, happy Veterans Day. This man's birthday is on Veterans Day. That's kind of cool, but happy Veterans Day. Thank you to any veterans out there that may be watching the channel. I appreciate your service you guys are doing. Something really honorable for the country, and we should really appreciate our veterans more. It's a shame how a lot of them, when they come back, have a tough time finding jobs and end up in homelessness. Honestly, it's one of the worst things to happen to a veteran, but it's more common than you would think. So happy Veterans Day out there. Thank you to anybody that might have served, and happy birthday to Victor Cruz. I was on Twitter, didn't even realize it was the dude's birthday. Victor Cruz, personally for me, is one of the more important Giants in my life. I mean, I got guys like Eli, who's my favorite of all time, Michael Strahan, who's probably my second favorite of all time, but then there's Victor Cruz, and I'm kind of in a weird spot with him where I'm like, is he actually up there with Eli and Strahan? For me, maybe he is, because he's definitely my favorite wide receiver Giant of all time. You know what I'm saying? He was the guy that actually got me into Giants football. It was Victor Cruz. You're talking about as a young 10, 11-year-old kid. That was Victor Cruz's rookie season. Of course, he's the wide receiver, broke onto the scene, was just absolutely electric, and seemed to help to win the Giants a lot of games. The Jets game, the Eagles game. Victor Cruz was that guy that got me into Giants football. And you know what I'm saying, man, happy birthday to him. The salsa lives on, and we're looking to see and hope that maybe Austin Mack, this Ohio State undrafted wide receiver that we brought up, has a similar story. Just want to throw that out there. But enough with that. Let's get into the actual news. So the Giants, heading into the bye week, which would be after the Eagles, or in general this 2-week period here, the Eagles of week 11, the bye week, and then week 12 when we come back from the bye week. That 2-3 week period is going to be very interesting for us because we have a couple of people returning here. Linebacker Tae Crowder has been designated for return and will practice. This is straight from the Giants website here. Of course, he was placed on injury reserve 2 days after scoring the game-winning touchdown on a 43-yard fumble return against Washington in week 6. And let's not forget, in his debut game, which I think was, or the game, I should say, his starting debut game, because he's always had playing time for, I want to say, 5 games is what the article is saying here, but his first start was right before Washington, and the dude almost got an interception on his first play. So Tae Crowder, I think it's without a doubt, we all know who he is. Listen, I'm going to get into it soon, but let me finish real quick what I was going to say initially. We might be getting him back this game, whether it's in short snaps, whether it's a full thing, I don't know. I think the most realistic thing to look to is we're definitely going to get him back after the bye weekend. After the bye week, in addition to Tae Crowder, we're talking about getting Xavier McKinney for the first time. And I don't know if we're going to start him out completely. We were supposed to, had he not been injured, I'm pretty sure he would have been tossed into the starting free safety role without a doubt, no type of rotation and whatnot. I'm not sure if they're still going to do that or if they're going to rotate him in and work him into it. And of course, we're going to get back Oshane Ximines. You know what I'm saying? Our second outside linebacker, Lorenzo Carter being the first, but we're not getting Carter back. At least we're getting something back with Oshane Ximines, who definitely has a little bit to prove for himself and to me in general. I mean, before Oshane went out, I didn't really see anything that got me excited. I didn't really see anything from what I saw with Lorenzo Carter that told me he's definitely progressing. And of course, we're going to get back Ryan Lewis as well at cornerback number 2. So we're getting back a couple of pieces on the defense here. And let me start off with Tae Crowder, because inside linebacker number 2 is one of the positions I've been talking about a lot as something we're going to have to fix this offseason. But here's the thing. if Tae Crowder comes back and performs like he was before the injury, and if the tandem of him and David Mayo works out well, then we don't need an inside linebacker number 2. Of course, inside linebacker number 1 has been fixed with Blake Martinez, who's currently performing as a top 5 middle linebacker in the league overall. Number 2, you got David Mayo for the run stuffing and just sure tackling. Although he is overpaid at that position right there, it's not like he has a huge contract, but for David Mayo, it is kind of overpaid what the Giants are giving him. And then you got Tae Crowder, the young rookie. Oh, is he a 6th round pick or something? 6th, 7th round pick? The small, agile guy that is just all over the field with the quickness. That is just all over the field with the football IQ. And that's just making plays. I think that's the biggest part about Tae Crowder. If you can't name anything that stands out about him, the one thing is he just somehow makes plays. From the near interception to the fumble recovery to a touchdown, Tae Crowder is always doing something when he's on the field. And that is probably what earns him the spot at inside linebacker number 2. Now he's better in, pass coverage and better in the situations where it requires agility and speed, which isn't necessarily the run game, which is why I said a tandem of him and David Mayo. But maybe you don't even need that tandem just because of how good Tae Crowder can be. And if he for the rest of the year just shows that we have our inside linebacker number 2, this defense is just that much closer to being completely finished, and I would be so happy. It means we don't have to spend money on another linebacker. It means we don't have to spend draft capital on somebody like a Dylan Moses or a Micah Parsons, because we have our 2 inside linebackers, and I will be so excited for that. And it's Tae Crowder. It's a guy, oh my God, I was saying 6th, 7th round pick. How dare I? I just remembered he's Mr. Irrelevant. He was the last pick in the NFL draft. They give this guy the name Mr. Irrelevant. That's what they give the last name of the NFL draft, that nickname. He's anything but Mr. Irrelevant. And I think I might have said 6th or 7th round instead of the last player picked, because he's performing way better than the last player picked. He's probably the best Mr. Irrelevant pick in recent memory. I wouldn't go as far as to say in NFL draft history. I'd probably have to look at all the Mr. Irrelevant picks. But hey man, he gets this inside linebacker number 2 spot. Who's to say he isn't? Then you talk about going now to Xavier McKinney, and I said I'm not sure if they're gonna throw him completely at the starting free safety role or if they're gonna ease him back in. The reason I said that is because he's been out for so long, obviously, right? I think this is way longer than anybody expected. It's way longer than definitely I expected. I thought he would have been back against the Bucks, because they said it was a 6 to 8 week injury. Now, am I glad that they gave him extra time, or that maybe he himself took it upon himself to get extra time? Yeah, because he's not risking it. He's still a rookie. He's like, I'm gonna take this as safe as possible and come back when I'm truly and fully ready. So I'm glad with that. If they throw him in directly at free safety, great. Either way, it's getting that much closer to finishing the secondary. I personally think the inside linebacking core is finished. The defensive line is finished. It's just the secondary and the outside linebackers that needs to be finished. Getting Xavier McKinney back there, the duo of him and Jabril Peppers, especially with how Peppers has been playing since Peppers came back from his minor injury earlier in the year. Jabril is all over the field. It seems like the coaching staff completely trusts him. They're just letting him roam and do whatever he wants. I'm very excited to see what McKinney does. Let's not forget, he was supposed to be the best free safety out of this class. And now he's going to be coming back, and the guy that he's definitely competing with for that title is Antoine Winfield Jr. And I will say this, Antoine Winfield definitely got coverage skills on him when it comes to the free safety position, but I would say Xavier McKinney has everything else on Winfield, and I hope to see that. Ryan Lewis at cornerback number 2, not necessarily too excited about that. I mean, Ryan Lewis is very serviceable. He's definitely the most serviceable cornerback number 2 we've had all year, but him coming back, hey, that does nothing but help us. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Who have we been filling in at cornerback number 2 since he was gone? Complete transparency, I don't even know. Maybe that's part of the reason also why we let go of Corey Ballantyne. And I gave my thoughts on that in the stream last night. Don't really have much thoughts on it. I mean, I am sad to see him go because he would have had such a great story, getting shot on draft night, still making it onto the team, still doing good. But, he was even relegated to special teams and then deemed that, we could live without you, on special teams as well. He just wasn't producing. So maybe this is another reason that we let him go, because we knew we were going to get Ryan Lewis back. And once again, he's serviceable. You know, he does get both roasted and toasted, but he's a guy that was also from another team's practice squad. So keep your expectations in check. And of course, with Oshane Ximines, I said he didn't really show me anything before he went out with his injury. Hey, he got a chance now to show me something. And him and Kyler Fackrell, it's definitely going to be better than Kyler Fackrell and, I don't know, Trent Harris or Kyler Fackrell and Jabal Shurd. Although I will say put an asterisk on that because Jabal Shurd, I think, was a good pickup, and he's performing well. He's not performing great, but he's performing well. Either way, getting Ximines back is only going to help us. There's just a couple things to be excited about within this next 2 to 3 week period. I'd be really super excited if somehow Tae Crowder is healthy for the Eagles. That would, ooh, man, that just increases our chances of winning so much more, man. And Tae Crowder is that, I believe in this guy. He's that dude, and I hope he does become our middle linebacker to the future. That's it for now. Let me know what you guys think. This video went on a bit longer than I expected it to. Put your comments down below, and I'm out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch y'all in the next one.